Hey folks, welcome to this week's Ministry Minute. We're standing here with the last bag of corn from the 2015-2016 deer season. It's about that time again to start putting mineral sights and start getting trail cameras back up to see what bucks are using the area and are starting to grow back corns. It's almost June, so now's the time to really shock them with that extra protein and dicalcium phosphate and salt, and going ahead and start putting out mineral sights and putting out some bait piles and trying to get an inventory on what deer are growing their horns back and what kind of growth they're doing, and monitoring them through June and July, and then especially on up into August, really starting to pay more attention to what kind of growth they're getting and what kind of shooters we have on each pieces of our property. So this is our last bag from the 2015-2016 season. We'll have to obviously buy a good bit more. I think we bought 15 or 20 bags last year for me, just personally, and used all of them but one, so we guessed pretty right last year. This week I'm reminded of a verse in Matthew chapter number 5, verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. You know, a lot of times I think we're coming to church services or to revival meetings or anytime we're coming before God expecting something, but we're not preparing ourselves. We're not hungry. We don't have that hunger and that thirst for righteousness. We don't have that hunger and that thirst for the things of the Lord, but yet we expect to be filled anyway. It's important, that we come hungry each and every time we step foot in the house of God, and we come thirsty, expecting God to do great things and to move. And that's my advice to you this week, and encouragement to you, not only you guys, but to speaking to myself. We've got to get to where each and every time we approach God with a hungry and a thirsty attitude and a thirsty and hungry heart, where we just we're begging Him to bless us and do things in our life. A lot of times if you come without that hunger, without that thirst, you're gonna leave the same way you came, and that's just one of those things. The Bible's clear about it. Ask and you shall receive. It's one of those things where we've got to stop just expecting things to happen, but we've got to start thirsting and hungering for them. I hope this is an encouragement to you this week. It spoke to me for a couple weeks now. I guess since the last Ministry Minute I did, I knew that I kind of wanted to talk about this verse, because I kind of get in a rut myself sometimes, just going to church out of habit, or doing it because that's just what we do. We're just used to, on Sunday morning, what do? Well, we go to church. That's just that's a well-known thing. But I want to get to that point where each and every time I'm coming, where I'm hungry and I'm thirsty for the things of the Lord. I want to grow closer and closer to Him each and every day. Each and every service, I want to grow closer and closer to Him. And that's a good, that's a good prayer in itself, is to have that desire. Lord, just give me that desire to grow closer to You, to grow my relationship with You. Same way, give me that thirst, give me that hunger to grow in the things of God. So I hope it's been encouragement to you this week. I know it's been a help to me. If there's anything we can do for you, shoot us an email at info@BibleBeltOutdoors.com. Got a big announcement coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, we'll be praying for you. You pray for us. Have a good week.